Okay, so in this video I want to show you that you can do foot wrap with different types of towels. These two here are common in Canada where I am. This one here is actually my preferred size, but I can only get that in Japan. It's great because it's longer and narrower, where the other ones are a bit bulkier. But I just wanted to show you the difference between using bulkier, thicker, and more rectangular versus this one in Japan. But you can do it with both. But I'll show you, I'll save this one for last. I will do this one first to show you. So this is the size here. And this is a common dish towel type cloth here in Canada. Okay. So when we're putting this on the feet, we go on a 45-degree angle here to the foot. Okay, so you want to be underneath. Sorry, it's actually the other way. Okay, so you want to have it set up somewhat like that. So you can see that it's on a 45-degree angle to the leg. And on the big toe side, you want to have it going longer the other way. You pull the corner up so that it goes over top of the toes. And if you need to pull more, since we have more of the cloth here, you have a lot more play room with it. So you can see there that we're creating a little triangle around the foot here. And so the 45 there, pull it up over top of the toes. And then you fold it over like that. Then we take this side, the outside here, and wrap it around like this. And what you want to do is give it a nice snug feeling, okay? So with this one, there's a lot more material, so you can kind of tuck it in that way. Then this one comes across here and folds that way. So now that's what we're dealing with. And then we can just wrap this around. And then we actually can take this down and fold it over top. And then what you end up with is a little boot, right? So you can see here, a little bit of a boot. So when you do this a bunch of times, you can get it really tight so that the person can actually get up and walk around. And I like to use this technique at the end of a session. This one's actually not bad to use, but again, I can't get it as tight as I can with the Japanese size. So that's that one there. Let's try one that is a bit longer. So I'll just show you. The width is the same, but the length, you can see that it's this one's a bit longer. And actually, I don't see the length being an advantage at this point here. So again, we have the foot there. Find out where the big toe is, and we want to go on the inside. So where the other leg is, that's where most of it wants to be. So if I was to go right over top of the toe, or the foot I mean, that's what it would be like. So to go underneath, set it like that. Okay, you can see there that it's on a 45-degree angle to the feet. And you've created a nice corner here so that you can fold over. So then we'll fold over, take outside to in, and then the other side goes across this way. And so with this one, I have a lot more, too much material going up now. And then I would try and fold it over somehow, but to catch it, you have to come quite far down, and then you end up with something that looks like this. if they were to get up and walk around. Right, so there's the kind of towel booty there that you can walk around. Okay, so for me, this is not ideal, but it works. You can make it work. This one will probably fall off if you know, for example, if at the end of the session, after their feet are oily, you wrap the feet and then they say, oh, I need to use the washroom. I'll show you in a second the Japanese one. They can easily get up and go and not have to worry about it falling off. But if I was to use this one, because also it's thicker, that's also another issue, this would fall off by the time they make it to the washroom and back. So this, for me, this is not the ideal, but you can make it work. So now I will show you my favorite one, which is Japanese size. Okay, and just to show you again against the green one, now with this one, the length is almost there. Okay. The length is almost there. Let's see. Is this one almost the same length? Yeah, this one's a little bit closer, so it's in between. But you can see this one's longer and a lot more narrow, because these two are the same width, just the length is different. So this one's obviously narrower and a little bit shorter. So I'll show you what it looks like here. So with this one, I'll do the same setup where you're going on a 45 to the big toe. So this one has a little bit less to work with. But when you set this one up, you'll see, so I like to pull about that much. So you still have a nice triangle here above the toe bed. Okay, pull it up this way. And now you can pull it across this way. And so now you can see that there's hardly any fabric in the way now. Then this can come right across. So it goes the opposite 45 degree as it wraps. And then this one, you just tuck it under the heel. Okay, and then all you have to do now is you just have a little bit of fabric to fold it over, like so. And now you have a little booty here, and you can see that it's just around her ankle now. So if she was to get up and walk around, she can do that, and it won't fall off as easily. I could have wrapped a little bit tighter here. I'll do a better one. So again, 45 degree angle, nice tuck here. Make sure that you pull across underneath there. 45 there. Wrap around. You can pull it a little bit too. And then when you wrap it here, there, look at that. So you can see that's a nice nice wrap, and you can walk around on this one easily. So that is my preference there, is to, if you can find this shape, and also the thickness is really good because it's not too thick and bulky, it's easier to wrap. So that would be my choice if you can find it. But as I showed you, which I haven't showed you in any other videos, is this size here, you can make it work. It's just not, for me, ideally. And why I do this wrap is at the end of my reflexology session, I like to use oil just to finish it off. So I give a nice, you know, foot massage, that sort of thing. And then to take off any excess oil, this is where I bring in the foot wrap. I wrap it up, like I've already showed you. So I'll just show you in real time what it kind of looks like here. Okay, and then what I can do is I can still do a little bit of desserts and relaxation techniques to take off any excess oil, so that when the client leaves my session room, they're not, or putting on their shoes, they're not slip sliding away, right? So I can take off any excess during that I left, you know, the oil that I put on during the massage with this technique. And then it also just feels really nice to take off any type of oil. And then they're good to go. So that is a little video to show you using different styles and different shapes, I should say, of towels. So there you go. Hopefully that helps. And also gives you a good review of how I do a towel wrap. And I actually learned this in Thailand. And the towels that they have in Thailand are almost identically shaped to the Japanese one I have here. I think they are a tiny bit wider, and they might be a tiny bit shorter, but not by much. It's not that much of a difference, but I just, because I go to Japan, I can find this size towel, which is very common. So I pick those up. So you can go to your local Japanese import store if you have one in your city, and you can probably find it. In the description below, I'll actually measure this out for you in inches and centimeters and put that so you can check down below the video to see if you can find these towels near you. Or if you're crafty, you can even make them. All right. Thanks for watching. Remember to keep those feet happy. If you're interested in learning more about reflexology, you can subscribe to the channel below. It's also very helpful to hit that like button, and feel free to share it with anybody who you think might be interested in it. You can find my online courses, reflexology charts, and other reflexology goodies over on my website, which is balancingtouch.ca. Thank you so much for watching today, and if you have some more time, you can check out some other videos. Till next time, this is Adam Thomas from balancingtouch.ca. See you later.